Good morning. Today I moved my media briefing to Club Fitness here in Maplewood to talk about the importance of collaboration as we move through navigating a complex public health issue of COVID-19. Our Department of Public Health has the incredible task of determining how to reopen businesses in a way that protects the health and welfare of everyone in St. Louis County as we get our economy moving forward. To achieve this balance, the Department of Health worked with several businesses across St. Louis County. The fitness industry is no exception, and Club Fitness served as one of our advisors as we developed a set of guidelines to safely reopen gyms and fitness centers. Gyms are great assets. They keep us physically fit and mentally sharp. They help us develop goals to make us stronger, more focused, and more dedicated to wellness. In a country struggling with obesity and other health issues, it's important more than ever to keep us moving in a regular and organized way. So when the epidemic hit our region and businesses had to close down, keeping fit and that social interaction associated with fitness became difficult for many people. Reopening fitness centers was a challenge. For something that is so important, keeping us healthy, there's also an associated risk of spreading COVID-19 amongst the individuals participating in workouts. The more rapidly and deeply we breathe, the higher our heart rate gets as we try to sweat off those extra pounds. The more we have aerosolized droplets spreading about that may also carry a virus that can spread from one person to another. But through a set of guidelines thoughtfully developed by the Department of Public Health, along with several other partners with gyms and fitness centers, we are in a position today to reopen these facilities safely. This morning, I toured this club with Eric Schreimann, the CEO of Club Fitness, to see how business is done in the new world of COVID-19. From plexiglass panels to equipment and benches spread farther apart, to closing down water fountains, showers, and saunas. This is our new normal, and what they have done here is impressive, with the safety of customers and employees as the top priority. Club Fitness has proven that its actions match its words. Its website says that it is a progressive and forward-thinking organization constantly adapting to the evolving health and fitness needs of its customers. And this pandemic has forced us all to adapt to the new normal with COVID-19. And our gyms, like Club Fitness, are demonstrating innovation and rethinking the way that they do business. So I want to say thank you to all of our businesses in St. Louis County, from our restaurants to our retail establishments to our hair salons, which have already reopened. And in addition to gyms today, movie theaters, arcades, bowling alleys, banquet and conference centers can reopen as well. All of these guidelines for our businesses in St. Louis County can be found at stlcorona.com. And I would encourage all of our businesses as they reopen to go to this website and download your guidelines. So I'd like to turn it over to Eric for a minute to talk about what he's done here at Club Fitness to meet and exceed the guidelines for gyms and fitness centers here in St. Louis County. Eric?
Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Page. You're definitely much taller in person. I also want to thank Spring Schmidt and the County Department of Health and their collaborative effort and approach working with us and other gym operators to open safely. As an employee-owned company, I have to thank the hundreds and hundreds of employees and employee owners who have worked so hard to get our clubs open safely for our members. There's no question that exercise is key to a healthy lifestyle, and I am committed to providing a healthy, safe environment for our members and our employees. To accomplish that, we've had to make some changes. Starting with our employees, each employee is screened each day when they come to work, including a temperature check. All employees are required to wear masks and gloves when appropriate, and are required to wash their hands frequently. Our members too, when they enter the club, will be screened to ensure that they're safe. From there, they will utilize a touchless check-in system. We have also gone cashless as well. All of our clubs have been updated with the latest in cleaning technology. We utilize hydrostatic cleaning sprayers with CDC approved cleaning products. We also use ultraviolet radiation and ultraviolet cleaning wands to help further sanitize our equipment. In order to maintain safe social distancing, we've also reduced the capacity of our facility as well as spread out our equipment, again, to ensure that we have safe space. In addition, we have added plexiglass partitions to all of our cardiovascular area for an added safety measure as well. We have adjusted our hours of operation as well as our class schedule to accommodate for additional cleaning of our facilities. Members will be encouraged to wear masks when exercising if possible. This has been challenging for all of us, there's no question about it, and we encourage other businesses to follow the county's guidelines so we can continue this effort to bring our economy back on its feet. Again, I'd like to thank Dr. Page, Spring and her team, and the St. Louis County leadership for their hard work and effort in bringing the St. Louis County economy back. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. So before I open up for questions, I just want to remind everyone that as our businesses start to reopen, as we start to move about in St. Louis County, we need to remember that when you're out, wear a mask, stay 6 feet apart from everyone. We've done a great job at controlling the spread of COVID-19 in our community, and I really don't want to see a bump in cases as we start to reopen some of our businesses in the county. And in 2 weeks, we'll start to increase the capacity of our businesses in St. Louis County. We've seen what's happened in other more populated states around the country, in Texas, in Arizona, in Florida. We're off to a better start here in St. Louis County, and we'd like to keep it that way. So please stay vigilant, use common sense, and if you're not feeling well, stay home. I would like to remind everyone of one other deadline this Wednesday. Our humanitarian grant application will close on Wednesday at 5 p.m. and you can find more information about the grant application process at stlcorona.com. And I'd be glad to answer any questions. Anyway.
Talk a little bit about testing. I know today is kind of a day, whether you're showing symptoms or not, you get a test. Are testing centers ready or potentially being inundated with calls? How is that whole process going?
Well, we have a lot of calls. We expected a lot of calls, and we'll have tests through appointments. We're able, at the public health centers, we're able to test 150 or 200 people a day. And in addition to that, we can make referrals to other testing centers. Certainly, if people have symptoms or are sick, they'll be prioritized. But our goal of testing asymptomatic individuals who are in frequent, regular contact with other people, we'll be doing that over time, and we'll schedule those appointments.
I assume it's going to be a lengthy process when we talk about anyone that's been outside of their home trying to get a test. Is
Right.
that going to be a process that's maybe drawn out over
Yeah,
a couple
so
of weeks?
I do think that we need to refocus the new guidelines for testing because we want to make it clear that if you are outside of your home and in frequent, regular contact with other individuals as part of your job, working in a nursing home, working in healthcare, working in a grocery store, any frontline duty, where if you were asymptomatic, you would be at risk of spreading. We are not encouraging everyone who goes out of their house ever to have tests, but we want to step past. Initially, the guidelines for the CDC was to test asymptomatic people that were high risk, and then as tests became more available, we started testing all symptomatic individuals and people who were in close contact with someone who had known COVID-19. And now we're moving to the next phase as tests become more available to test people that are more at risk because of their job, or more at risk of spreading COVID-19 to other individuals because of their job. Frequent close contact in a way where social distance isn't available because of the nature of their job, then we would like for those folks to start making appointments to get tested when possible. Of course, anyone who's symptomatic or sick or who's been in close contact with someone who's known COVID-19 positive will be prioritized for testing. Questions? Doug, any questions from the press? Okay. Thank you all for coming out, and let's be safe.